They told us these were just ancient myths, stone statues from a forgotten past. But what if I told you those ancient gods, Baal, Ishtar, and Moloch, never left? What if I told you they still rule the world today, hiding behind modern names, systems, and agendas? This is the truth about the ancient gods that still control your life. Baal, Ishtar, Moloch, 3 ancient deities from Babylon, Canaan, and the darkest corners of ancient civilization. You've heard their names whispered in mythology, seen their symbols hidden in plain sight. But what they never told you is that these entities never disappeared. They just evolved, they adapted, and now they wear suits, run governments, direct entertainment, and sit behind the scenes of every major institution on Earth. Baal, once the lord of the skies and storms, now rules as the god of money, manipulation, and the false promise of power. Ishtar, goddess of war and sex, now poisons minds with lust, confusion, and the breakdown of everything sacred. Moloch, the devourer of children, thrives in every war zone, every abortion clinic, and every secret elite ritual. Let's look at Baal. He's no longer just worshipped in desert temples with incense and fire. He's worshipped every time you bow down to the dollar, every time you trade your time for debt, every time you chase empty status and possessions instead of truth and meaning. Look around you. Wall Street is his altar. Central banks are his temples. Politicians are his priests. The New World religion, consumerism, buy more, work more, own nothing, be happy. That's Baal whispering in your ear that your worth is tied to your income, that your success is measured in numbers and zeros. They don't need to chain your body, they've chained your mind with money, with digital systems, with fake paper wealth backed by nothing but belief in a lie. And Baal is always hungry for more productivity, more taxation, more control. He lives in the fine print, the inflation, the contracts, the student loans you can never escape. He's the face behind the globalist agenda to eliminate cash, digitize money, and centralize it all under one watchful eye, theirs. But while Baal enslaves your wallet, Ishtar corrupts your soul. She's everywhere on your phone, on your feed, on your children's screens. The ancient goddess of love is now the architect of every modern moral collapse. She teaches lust instead of love, ego instead of family, pleasure instead of purpose. Ishtar lives in pop stars who dress as demons. She lives in Disney when it promotes gender ideology to children. She's in your schools, your music videos, your billboards. She doesn't just want your desire, she wants your identity. She wants you confused, broken, sexualized, and hollow. The divine feminine becomes the toxic temptress. The divine masculine becomes either predator or prey. She pushes the lie that all boundaries must fall. No gender, no rules, no roles. That's her creed: destroy what's natural so she can rebuild something unnatural, and the people cheer. They celebrate it, not realizing they're applauding their own enslavement. You think that's dark? Then you haven't met Moloch, the most bloodthirsty god of all, the one they never want you to talk about. He doesn't play with illusions. He takes life, especially the innocent. In ancient times, they burned children alive for his favor. Loud drums drowned out the screams, so no one had to hear the horror. And today, nothing's changed. They just replaced the drums with media noise. They replaced open sacrifice with quiet clinics. They replaced public rituals with covert operations. Moloch lives in the abortion industry, in child trafficking networks that stretch across continents, in elite circles where missing children become currency, in the military-industrial complex that sends young men to die for wars built on lies. Every bomb that drops, every child that disappears, every innocent soul that's snuffed out for profit, that's Moloch being fed, and yet the world just accepts it. We've been conditioned to call it rights, freedom, justice. But the truth is, it's ritual sacrifice, just like in ancient times. And the elites, they still gather, they still worship. They still perform ceremonies in the shadows, in groves, in secret halls, behind closed doors. Look up Bohemian Grove. Look at the giant owl statue, the same symbol of Moloch used in Babylon. Look at who attends: presidents, billionaires, corporate heads. They laugh, they drink, they mock the people, and they reenact ancient rituals in plain sight. They tell you it's just theater. But you know better now. These gods work together. They always have. Baal enslaves your body with debt. Ishtar corrupts your mind with perversion. Moloch destroys your soul with death. It's a trinity of evil, a dark spiritual system, one that infects our media, our money, our governments, our schools. They tell you it's progress, but it's regression. They call it freedom, but it's slavery. They sell it as culture, but it's sacrifice. You were born into this system, you didn't choose it, but now that you see it, you can reject it. It starts with naming it, and then refusing to participate in its rituals. Stop worshipping Baal with every paycheck and purchase. Stop inviting Ishtar into your home through screens and trends. Stop feeding Moloch with your silence. Speak truth, live simply, protect the innocent, defend what's sacred. That's the rebellion they fear most. Because once the people stop believing in these false gods, their power crumbles. The ancient gods never left. They just changed their names. But now, we speak them out loud. We see their temples, and we're not afraid anymore. This is your wake-up call. Unplug from their system, take back your spirit, and never bow to false gods again, because the war isn't coming. The war is here, and it's spiritual. But once you know the enemy, you can fight back, and that's exactly what they fear most.